name by name, person by person, from here, far away. You came over the hills, the mountains, the valleys to get here. Man, I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. This is a night that we get to celebrate our success, but more importantly, where'd she go? She disappeared. She's like a ninja up in here. Man. My girl Serafina Fish, man, she's been training martial arts for, 7 years now, has persevered from school to school. I mean, a true champion in the martial arts. So what I want you to do, for those of you that are at home, make yourselves at home. For those of you that are here, make yourselves at home. This is your home too, man. Just relax. You know, we're going through some challenging times, obviously, in this world, but we're not going to let any of that stop us from celebrating our success and hitting our mission, which is to help people become better people. And it's a daunting task right now, but we're up for the challenge. One of the things I love about our school and our students especially is the diversity here. Young, older, I mean, race doesn't matter. I tell you what, the one place that I knew I didn't have to worry about really what I looked like or where I was from was in the dojo, in the karate studio. I could go in, put on my uniform, put on my belt. The color of the belt really didn't even matter either. What really mattered was my heart and making certain that I did the very, very best that I could. This is why when our students recite the student oath in a few moments, I really want you to listen to the words, listen to what they're saying, because that is what we're teaching. It's not about kicking and punching. It's about the heart. It's a heart issue, and these guys have pure hearts. Teacher!
Sir!
Recite the student oath.
I will develop focus, confidence, and discipline through my study of the martial arts. I will be an example of leadership, courtesy, and respect for everyone I meet and invite them to join me in my quest for black belt excellence. I will be honorable and loyal to my God, my family, my friends, my instructors, and my country. I will remain goal-oriented, motivated, and dedicated, and always strive to have integrity and do my best in all I strive to achieve. Sir!
It is an honor to be here this evening. Shortly before her 6th birthday, Serafina notified her parents that she wanted to hang up her dance shoes, her karate uniform. They were surprised by her sudden interest in the martial arts. It was much later that Serafina admitted that her interest was a result of seeing an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants featuring karate.
It's true.
Karate Island? Karate Island? This which man defeats Master Udon? That's one of my favorites. Her training began in June of 2013 with Sensei Dominique Richburg in American Kempo at the Raleigh Parks and Rec. She was hooked in her first class when she saw students sparring. She immediately pointed at the kids and told her parents, "That's what I want to do." It wasn't uncommon for her to take 3 to 4 classes per week. She was disappointed when Sensei Richburg announced that he was leaving the Parks and Rec. But fortunately, he continued to train Serafina and a couple of other students privately. At the end of 2 years of training, she had earned her purple belt, but she missed training in a dojo atmosphere. It wasn't an easy decision, but she decided to look for a dojo with a larger student body. After visiting multiple schools, she decided that Snapkick Martial Arts was the right place to continue her training. Sensei Williams allowed Serafina to wear her purple belt, but with the understanding that she would have to start in the beginner class. She was determined to prove to Sensei Williams that she deserved to be in the intermediate class. Soon after starting, Sensei Williams asked the beginner class, "Who here thinks they can do 100 push-ups?" 9-year-old Serafina was the only student to raise her hand. She proceeded to do 77 push-ups before she collapsed. Although she didn't reach 100, she impressed everyone with her grit and determination. In doing so, she accomplished the goal of being moved up to intermediate class. Once Sensei Williams saw her determination, he informed her that she had just succeeded in earning her spot in the intermediate class. A fierce competitor with a desire to win and the determination to continuously improve has guided her well. Over the past 3 years, she has competed in more than 50 tournaments, traveling as far as Detroit and Orlando. Her hard work has resulted in her being the #1 ranked female underbelt point fighter for the last 3 years with the NBL and skill. Serafina was also ranked #1 in traditional forms, weapons, and point fighting with both NBL, Skill, and NASCA Mid-Atlantic for 2019. Last year, Serafina set the goal to win both a national and a world point fighting title. She understood that this would not be easy, so she wrote down her goals and outlined her plan. Serafina added strength and conditioning to her training, added training days at the dojo, and she spent many weekends traveling to Virginia to train with world champion point fighter Gina Thornton and Gina's coach, Master Sean Elliott. The additional coaching and training she received from Ms. Thornton and Master Elliott was instrumental in helping take her point fighting to the next level. Serafina traveled to Detroit in June, where she won gold at the 2019 WKC National Championships. In November, as a member of Team USA, she and over 1,000 competitors from 26 countries met in New York to compete at the WKC World Championships. It was there that she achieved her second gold by winning her first world title. Serafina is well-rounded and is involved in other sports and extracurricular activities. She was a member of her school band and took drum lessons for 3 years. Her swim team coaches have selected her as team MVP for 3 years in the last 4 seasons. In 2017, she broke the team's female breaststroke record for her age group. She is also a 2-year starter on her middle school basketball team, leading the team in points, steals for the last season. As a rising 8th grader at the Cathedral School in Raleigh, she also excels academically and is a member of the National Honor Society. The school motto is, at Cathedral, we love God, learning, and each other. The faith-based teaching supported with her training in the martial arts has proven successful in teaching Serafina the importance of being humble while developing her confidence, determination, and discipline. Serafina has 2 favorite quotes. First is, hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. Talent beats hustle when talent hustles. The second is, champions are made in the dark. These quotes are a testament to Serafina's work ethic. She trains 5 to 6 days per week, whether it's at the dojo, at home, or traveling to Virginia multiple weekends each month to train with her fight team and coaches. Her desire to continuously improve and be a top competitor is second to none. Serafina's goal is to become a top-ranked female fighter at the national and world level. She also aspires to win more national and world titles, and one day to win the biggest fighters tournament in the world, the Irish Open. Her long-term goal is to give back by helping other girls that are interested in the martial arts. She would like to be a mentor for female martial artists with the hopes of being a positive role model and influence. Upon graduating college, she plans to open her own dojo with the desire to make a positive impact on the lives of others, just as many have done for her during her black belt journey.
belt off for me, sir. Excellent work, my friend. Proud of you, sir. Give another round of applause to Justin. I gotta help you understand, this kid's a black belt in Kung Fu. Been training, how many years you been training, sir?
6 years.
6 years, has competed all up and down the world, up and down the East Coast, man. School unfortunately had to close down. He came to us about 2 years ago, I guess. Has it been that long? About 2 years ago, man. And this guy's a dynamo, man. I can't wait to see you do some amazing things in the martial arts. He's gonna own the snap kick martial arts come, how old are you? 15, 14? About 4 years, I guess. 4 years, my man. Great job. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to. I gotta get that. I need to stop. Sit here for second round, Mr. Devin Moore. Give it up for Devin. You got the fan club outside out there. Awesome. There you go, sir.
Divination. Devin.
Good job, sir. Very proud of you, man. Good job. And our final recipient,
Hey, Jeff.
getting his first round. Another world champion in the making here, Mr. Jaden Davis. AKA J-Rock, AKA the Professor. My man, this guy studies the martial art. He just doesn't play karate. He trains, he studies. Sometimes we just get together and we just get in the book. We just look at the techniques. We learn the Japanese. That's a champion right here.
J-Rock.
Keep it up. Hey, one step closer, huh? All right, man. Let's go, man! Let's go, Benji! Let's go, Benji! Let's go, Benji! There you go. Okay.
right or wrong. They don't need to tell you anything. Welcome to my home. You can never judge someone. Nobody needs to tell you what is right or wrong.
I can talk about Serafina all night, so I'm gonna try to stay focused here. But the whole village concept is exactly where I was going with it, exactly that. And you know, it's wonderful to have, you know, I have so much respect for Sensei Williams because so many people are so closed-minded to allow their students to train somewhere. And you know, he said, I'm one of Serafina's instructors. I am not her instructor. I'm just one of her coaches. This man is her instructor. You know, when I used to start training students, even Miss Norton and whatnot, I would never allow anyone but black belts to come train me because I told them, I said, listen, you guys want to learn how to fight and be champions? I don't have time to teach you karate while I'm training you to fight. You need to know your karate. You need to have your basics down. You need to know what you're doing. And then I can train you to use your basics a little different, just using some of the things I've seen be effective. You know, it's not just about what I know, what I do. I watch what the champions do. I watch what all the other world champions are doing. And we try to take what we can use from that and modify it to the best of our ability. Am I standing too close to something? Okay. So, you know, it's before I get to the parents, let me just talk about this young lady, you know, for a second. You know, her heart, her determination, her perseverance, her you know, just to be that kind of person, that's where champions start, okay? But so many people that have talent, so many people that have the right things quit, because when you have talent, it's easy, and the challenge is not there, and so many talented people. Listen, the most talented NBA players, the most talented basketball players are not in the NBA. You know, the most talented runners are not on the track teams. The most talented football players are not on the field. These guys, if they don't have the heart and the motivation and the determination to take that talent to the next level, doesn't matter, right? So you take a young Serafina, and she's so funny because her and Miss Thornton are so much alike, it's not even funny. But I sit here and start telling you guys the similarities. You know, these guys will kill you in the ring. And you say boo, and they run cover as soon as they can, right? See a bug come by, they jumping in, and it's just so funny. You know, these guys are the most skittish. Serafina won't stand there and let me show her anything. She's running in the back. But I've seen her punch people in the face to the point where I'm like, I would never hit anybody like that. How do you just sit there and punch people in the face like that? So but it's that warrior mentality. The same thing Sensei Williams talked about earlier. It's that warrior mentality that they turn on. And you have to be a certain kind of person to do that. But one thing I've seen, even though you can't teach that kind of heart, and you know, but you can cultivate it and motivate it, right. And that's what's happening here. You get the right instructor, you get the right classmates, you get the right environment where they can grow and they can cultivate whatever it is that makes them special, and then that takes them to the next level. And then, you know, it was surprising and wonderful to me that not only did you know, they started coming to train with us, but it was very well supported by the parents, by the instructor. You know, there's never been an ego issue. And listen, I'm never going to take credit for Serafina's forms, weapons. I don't even take credit for her fighting. We just take the things that she has, the things that she's developed, and we try to help her do things a little different, because in a school, it's very difficult to focus on everything. We're trying to grow citizens. We're trying to grow strong leaders and strong, disciplined, you know, people. So when you're trying to do that, it's hard to then also make world champions. You know, you have to determine where your focus is. You got to have a very successful school. My school's not so successful, they can fight. It's all about where you want to put your focus. And you know, the focus here is obviously on growing great black belts, great leaders, you know, but the basics are strong, the foundation is strong, and I'm very impressed with what I see today. And I've seen these guys in competition before. Not the first time I've seen, you know, been around you guys, so I already knew what to expect when I got here, so I'm just very excited to be here. So, Serafina, you keep doing what you're doing. You know, it's who you are, and it doesn't surprise me all the accolades in swimming and basketball, because when you develop yourself in that manner, when you push, when your life is driven, okay, you succeed in everything you do. Okay, and that's your martial arts carries over into everything else, and I don't know which one started which one, but when you push yourself hard in one thing, you teach yourself that's the only way to do it, because you would get so bored, you would be so done with anything you didn't give 100% to. You know, it's just how motivated people are. That's the 5% of the people in the world who have that push and that drive. And the thing is, I watched it. What is your name, sir, that had the sword?
Ryan.
See, you are beautiful in the school, man. If I had one of you in my school, ooh-wee, okay? All of you guys. But when I said that, this is the last thing you guys did, and I watched you, come on, push. See, you know, the instructor can do so much, but when you guys push each other, then everybody goes to another level. The whole school goes to another level. You expect me to say it. You expect Sensei Williams to say it. But when you're saying it, it's pumping you guys. You guys are giving each other high fives. You're motivating each other. I think I heard this young man pushing you guys a few times. And all of you guys at some point were motivating each other and pushing each other. That's beautiful. That's the village. Right? That's the village. So when I talk about the village, I want to just say to the parents, Serafina is very talented. She's very driven. But I'm going to tell you, if it wasn't for mom and dad supporting what she's doing, it still wouldn't make a difference. It just wouldn't matter. And the parents are so vital. I mean, I've told parents in my school, listen, if your kids have the option to quit, then I don't have the option to coach them. Because I'm not the kind of coach that's going to be nice. I'm a nice instructor. I'm a nice instructor, and you have to be. But I'm not a nice coach. And I would tell you a long story, but I'd save that for another time. You know, I've had experiences where I was nice and it worked bad for the student. So I became mean, so it worked well for the student. They might cry in my school, but they never cried when they won those world titles. They never came and said, I wish you hadn't been so mean, but I'm glad I won. Never happened. Never happened. As a parent, you know, the things I watched Mr. Fish and Mrs. Fish do, you can't help but applaud them. You can't help but say, you know, hey, as for all that she's doing, she would not be that motivated. She would not be able to do it if you weren't right there supporting her. Because no matter how good the kid is, you have the exceptional kid. My mother never cared about karate at all. She never discouraged it. She never discouraged my training in it. But she just didn't care. It was not something she was, as long as I was happy and doing my thing or whatever, she was okay. But if I said at any point, Mom, I want to quit karate, she'd be like, okay, good. Whatever. Okay? It would not have been a problem. Okay? She is my biggest fan and my biggest supporter, don't get me wrong. It just wasn't anything she cared about. It's just what I always wanted to do all of my life. I saw a movie too. My favorite cartoon was Hong Kong Phooey. If you don't know it, look it up. And one of my other favorite cartoons was Underdog. If you don't know it, look it up. And parents, just drop the kids off. You trust the instructor. You trust the studio. You drop the kids off. You come back and pick them up later. They come to class once or twice a week, and it's good. And we're happy. We love you, and we're happy to have you. But the parents that sit there, the parents that want to get an extra training in, get some private lessons in, the parents that are willing to go to those extra tournaments, not bad parents because you don't do it. All I'm saying is if you watch champions and watch what they do, behind every champion that you see out there, especially when they're young, you're going to see a parent sitting somewhere in that audience. You're going to see a parent that's taking them to tournaments, that's spending extra time with them in the classes, that's got them at home and got a gym set up for them that they can work out in. I'm telling you, this is what I've seen. I'm not giving a directive out of my brain. I'm just telling you what I've witnessed over the years. Jaden, is that the right name? Am I saying his name right? I see this guy all the time. I see him all the time. I be like, this dude travels to as many tournaments as I do. I see him all the time. But then there's dad right there with him all the time. I see him on Facebook all the time. You know, there's a formula there. There's a magic there. And it's not that the parents are doing anything other than showing the kid interest. How interested would you be if the parents didn't care? How well would we do our schoolwork if the parents didn't care what grades you got? Think about it, okay? The interest you show makes the kid, you know, good job on that yellow belt. Got my yellow belt. Parents happy with me too, love it. Okay? You don't think it matters. You think it just matters for that moment, but no. It's the encouragement that keeps them going. I can't say, you know, I'll shut up now about the parents, but I can't say enough about the parent involvement and how that whole thing works out. Yeah, it just is magical. And you know, there's very few situations where I've seen parents as committed as the Fishers to support everything she's doing. And I mean, you know, she's got all these different sports going on. They're right there. They're right there. And every tournament that comes up that we're going to, she's right there. Sometimes they go to tournament and make us come. They were like, hey, Serafina's going to such and such a place. I'm like, Jesus, we won't even go into that tournament. We won't even go into it. But let me tell you something. When somebody travels 3 hours or more to come train with you, when they give you, when she comes to my school and gives me more effort than the people that are in my school, you know, when she's doing the things that she's doing, you can't help but support them.
Right.
How can you not support it? How can I not go to a tournament? You know, my motivation after I competed and decided to stop competing, I never saw anybody, you know, before Serafina, the only other person I saw that driven was this young lady right here. Right? Now, I'm not going to tell her. But ask him how he feels about his students. Would you give up one day of training these guys?
No.
These guys? Okay? You are what make him do what he does.
Right.
It's not the karate. The karate is our vehicle to help you guys get to your next level. Whatever that is in life, it's your next level. It could be basketball, it could be football, it could be anything. Everybody has a vehicle if you use it to help people grow and learn and to dedicate themselves and have that self-control, that discipline, that perseverance, that heart to get through things. People that commit to you, you commit to them. You know, Sensei Williams, I've seen his commitment. You know, I've seen his commitment even when he's not there. When Serafina comes down the road, and I know he knows she's coming down the road, that's his commitment, right? And I respect that so much because so many people would be like, oh, no, you can't go here, you can't go. Listen, if there's something you can give my student I can't give them, I need you to go. You know, you don't block people's dreams and their goals, and to promote that and to encourage that and to do the things he's doing is just amazing to me. You know, so I love you guys. I love you all as a family. You know, I'm excited to be here. I'm honored to be here. I'm gonna shut up now because I could talk to you guys. I could be talking about Serafina. I could be talking about Sensei Williams, and I could definitely be talking about these parents for a long time, but I know you guys got other things to do. But thank you for having us. Fish Stick, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. You know, the heart that you show, the determination, everything that you do, you put your best foot forward into, and nobody could ask for anything better. You couldn't ask for a better daughter, couldn't ask for a better student, couldn't ask for a better fighter, and we certainly couldn't ask for a better teammate. So keep it up, little girl, because if you don't, we come to get you.
I'm happy that you all could join us tonight as we celebrate the achievements of our students. This evening, we celebrated one in particular, Miss Serafina Fish. Serafina has reached a great milestone in her martial arts training. In a sport dominated by boys, Serafina shows us that true female champions do exist, and she is definitely a champion. She has successfully been able to balance school, other sports and activities, her family, and her friends, and all the while still practicing consistently, working hard, and showing true dedication to the martial arts both here and in Virginia. It's like she's an unstoppable force. Even during this quarantine time, she has shown that true champions do. She has shown what true champions do. They don't quit. They keep putting in the work. They even inspire, as we've seen with the addition of her training buddy, her dad, Mr. Fish. On the days that Serafina comes into the dojo, if she's tired, we don't know. If she's having a rough day, we don't know. Because every time she walks through those doors, she's wearing a smile. She's one of the most humble martial artists that I know. I've watched her leave her comfort zone and do whatever it takes to be a champion, even if it meant honing in her alter ego, Gangsta Fina. Serafina, I am so proud of you, and I'm happy that I have been able to have a front row seat in your journey to Black Belt excellence. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Martial Arts Leadership Association certifies that Serafina Fish, after having met all the requirements both mentally and physically, while demonstrating high proficiency and skill in a duly conducted examination, under all the standards and guidelines set forth, has been awarded the rank of Shodan, first degree black belt, with all the honors, rights, privileges attached to this rank. As we have found this person to be of outstanding character and having a high sense of responsibility, I am proud to sign the present certificate. Sensei Bernard Williams, Jr., Chief Instructor, presented on this day, 27th day of June 2020. Good.
Respect.
Good job, Serafina.
What? You practice all day.
You were right, Master. I'll say a couple things. I tend to get long-winded, but I'm gonna be brief because it's already been said, man. I truly, it's not too often that you meet people like this, families like this. Gosh, remember that first day you walked in? I was like, man, this girl's gonna be a champ. I knew it from day one. Like, my goodness, you exude confidence, even though sometimes it seems shy. It's in there, man. She is, heart of a lion. And I've just watched you grow. I've watched you get some great friends. I watch how you guys interact with one another, and I couldn't be more proud of you. I know you're gonna do some amazing things in this world. I want you to know that I'm always here for you. Your brothers in the martial arts, always here for you. Your parents in the martial arts, all of us really, always here for you. Never forget that. Ever, ever. You have a family for life. In this school, in this, it doesn't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Love you to death. I'm here for you no matter what. I see that boy didn't come. He didn't come.
No, the boy didn't come.
I had to lay him out.
Good boy.
I'll lay him out later. We'll lay him out later. No, but no, seriously. Hey guys, do you guys want to say anything? Any remarks real quick? Clowns.
Come on, Serafina.
So Serafina, congratulations. Welcome to the Yadansha. Give her a big Aya! Aya! Yeah, man. Good job, man. Give it up. Give her a big elbow. Give it all we can. All right, let me talk to the people at home. I forgot about the people at home. All right, guys, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about.
Closer.
I see a lot of future black folks on the screen here. Can you guys hear me okay? Everybody can hear me? Look, man,
Just real quick.
This is dope. This is dope. Yeah, so we're going to be taking pictures and stuff like that. And I can't wait to pin the black. Speaking of pinning the black belt on, we almost forgot something. You know I wouldn't forget this. Yeah, put that sparring gear on. Yeah. We gotta make sure, see, you gotta understand, when we put the black belt on the ground, it doesn't have an owner. Now it does, and it never touches the ground again. But as an instructor, I'd be a bad instructor if I didn't make sure that it didn't stay on. So we call this the pinning of the black belt. Gotta love that, gotta love that.
Come on, Serafina.
Hey!
Serafina Fish from USA.
Fish